Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Army Sergeant Jacob Connor. Everyone likes getting new toys. Army Private First Class Matt Fleischman went to Pier 8 down in Busan to watch a few new toys take off for a few lucky soldiers in Camp Humphreys.
Christmas is coming early for the soldiers and pilots of the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, 2nd Infantry Division out of Camp Humphreys. After a few days of maintenance, 12 brand new CH-47 Fox model Chinook aircraft are making their maiden flight in Korea.
These aircraft will move forward to Camp Humphreys, at which point they'll begin a 6-month fielding and training process for all the maintainers in 2CAB and all the pilots, and they'll transition to the new F model aircraft. This provides 2CAB and USFK with the most recent and the most advanced Chinook helicopters that the Army has.
The dozen tandem rotor, medium lift, 26,000-pound aircrafts are the first in their model series to call Korea home. Over the next 6 months, soldiers and pilots will train on the differences between the current CH-47 Deltas and the new CH-47 Foxes.
Well, it's very important. For one, the aircraft behind me is the latest and greatest equipment for U.S. Army aviators. It's really something that the soldiers said they wanted. We were able to develop it, and we're just happy to get it here to them on the peninsula.
Army Private First Class Matt Fleischman, Busan, Korea.
The Chinook has been in the U.S. Army since 1962. The CH-47F modernization program is now in full swing, so the helicopter remains in the U.S. Army fleet at least until 2030. Breakfast is always better with company. Petty Officer Chris Church explains how senior enlisted advisors had a working breakfast with a Korean general.
Senior enlisted advisors for all major commands in Korea started off their day with a unique history lesson. General Paek Sun-yup sat down and shared his Korean War experience with the advisors.
I was the first four-star general.
He is just a fountain of information on how to perform in combat and leadership in combat. So that kind of human capital that he has, we needed to leverage as the senior enlisted so that we can take from that and apply it to the combined and joint team that may have to fight the same enemy that he fought 60 years ago.
They're afraid the American air attack.
Sergeant Major Troxel used the meeting as an opportunity for professional development and team building among the different services and ROK forces.
Today was just the start of where we're going with our leader development here. And the idea is that we continue to push forward to make ourselves better every day. We're not going to let complacency get set in, and we're going to ensure that we are truly prepared to fight tonight.
The meeting was the first time General Paek has sat down with all the major command's senior enlisted advisors. Reporting from Seoul, Korea, I'm Petty Officer Chris Church.
To have one that you signed will be something I cherish for the rest of my life.
General Paek is the first 4-star general in the history of the South Korean military. In the skies above Kunsan Air Base, exercise Max Thunder makes thunderstorms sound quiet in comparison. Airman Michael Connors found the service members responsible for ensuring the jets make it into the air.
Kunsan Air Base's F-16s share their airspace with Marine F-18 Hornets during exercise Max Thunder, showcasing Kunsan's ability to accept follow-on forces. The airmen and Marines in charge of the upkeep of their aircraft understand the importance of their jets to the military.
I think it's neat that it's one of the oldest fighters we've still got, but it's still a major contender for America.
It's a multi-role platform. It can accomplish any type of operation that our pilots need to take care of, be it air-to-air or air-to-ground operations. It's the main arm of the Marine Air Wing.
Exercise Max Thunder fills the skies above Kunsan with jets, but for these service members, it's just another day on the job. The maintainers embrace the level of trust, responsibility, and faith placed on them by their service.
To be trusted to work on such an expensive piece of equipment at such a young age, it means a lot, the trust that they put into us to take care of this aircraft and make sure it can take our pilots up and bring them back alive.
I just think the history is cool. Like I said, I'm a military brat, Air Force brat, so I grew up around aircraft. I fell asleep with them, woke up to the noise. Being able to work on fighters, it's gratifying to be here. This is about as deep as it gets other than a deployment. They go, have real missions, come back, and that's you. You're a part of it. Any weekend, you could get called in, load up lives, launch the jet out, and they'll come back empty, and you know what happened.
Exercise Max Thunder provides Kunsan the chance to fine-tune its ability to be ready at a moment's notice. Airman First Class Michael Connors, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
For more information on Max Thunder, visit Kunsan website at www.kunsan.af.mil. Michael Jordan had Pippen, Joe Montana had Jerry Rice, but the Soonover Bowl in Camp Casey, specialist Pedro Amador reports on another winning duo.
2, 3, the tension is felt as two equally matched teams face each other at the championship game of the Area 1 soccer tournament at Schoonover Bowl Camp Casey.
There you go, clear the ball, clear the ball.
For one player of the 115 Field Artillery, this type of competition is too familiar and already visions the outcome.
Let's go, 7. There you go.
I just like to see the whole field. I have a vision, like I look before I even try to get the ball, so I can know where people are.
In the middle, they got height over us.
This vision is not something that this midfielder developed overnight.
I played club for like 7 years. We won a lot of championships.
Millan's talent can clearly be seen as he dribbles the ball, controlling the midfield, but you can also see the connection he has with one of his teammates.
He's a good player. I learned a lot from him. There's stuff that I don't know that he teaches me, and there's stuff that I teach him. He thinks the same way that I think, so it just clicks.
That mutual understanding between Millan and Maya helped seal the shutout win of 5-0, claiming the Area 1 championship.
I feel proud of the team. We had a great team. Maya and I controlling everything, the whole field. He's my backbone on and off the field.
Specialist Pedro Amador, Camp Casey, Korea.
Private First Class Milan led his team to an undefeated season. How would you like to talk face-to-face with a veteran from World War I? Better yet, imagine an actual gathering of U.S. Marines from all conflicts since the American Revolution. Army Sergeant Alan Brutus had this exact opportunity. Sort of. He takes us to Seoul, Korea for more.
I enlisted in our nation's Marine Corps 238 years ago at Tun Tavern.
Marines from across the Korean Peninsula gathered at USAG Yongsan for an annual celebration of history and tradition.
This will be our 238th birthday. Every year we come together and celebrate.
Retreat. Hell, we just got
We kind of go over our traditions, hold a ceremony, and remember all the Marines that have come before us.
The opportunity to wear the traditional uniform and take part in the pageant is an honor for anyone, but being in Korea made the celebration even more special, especially for one Marine.
I am dressed as the Korean War era Marine, which is very important because we are in Korea. I feel rather honored to actually be in this costume because, you know, not only do you get recognition from your fellow Marines, I'm getting recognition from the Koreans.
This year's celebration was shared with members of all branches of the U.S. service, as well as service members from the Republic of Korea.
I think it's really important to spread, Marine Corps tradition, to give us an idea of, or give others an idea of what we do and have them gain knowledge on what the Marine Corps actually does and how important we are to America.
Army Sergeant Alan Brutus,
Semper Fidelis, happy birthday, Marine.
Seoul, Korea.
The pageant was held in preparation for the 238th Marine Corps Birthday Ball. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, November 14th. From all of us here at AFN, enjoy your evening.
As 8th Army Commander during the Korean War, my grandfather, General Van Fleet, knew that strength comes with teamwork. Working with our Korean and UN allies, we were able to defend Korea against a much larger enemy force. We carry on their legacy. The soldiers and families of 8th Army are its strength. We are strong and getting stronger.